All right, welcome back to another My Mom's Basement quick hitter. It's a quick hitter review of Werewolf by Night. We talked about this. Oh, that was good.
Oh!
You
That
scared me.
coming,
You might
didn't
have scared a few people on that one. Yeah.
you? Weird
We
one.
talked about doing like a full review for this, but it was a 45-minute special presentation. We both felt like this is more suited for a quick hitter. I hope you like the effects. Everyone watching on YouTube, you like the black and white effects I applied here. This was the first Marvel project directed by composer Michael Giacchino, who does the score of the Batman, Spider-Man: No Way Home, ton of Marvel products. He's done tons. I thought this was an awesome debut for him, an awesome debut for the Marvel special presentations. It was so unique. It felt like it could be a Marvel thing, but kind of not. Like you could show this to someone that doesn't know it's a Marvel project, and they'll never guess that it's a Marvel superhero project. And I appreciated that, especially being it's a short 45 minutes. It's an easy watch.
If you just threw it on Disney Plus and I just clicked it and I didn't see that special Marvel opening, which was very fucking cool. I did appreciate that. Um, I would have had no clue it was Marvel, which is great. And even I wish I could have had someone who's like a legitimate old school horror movie fan give me their take without again knowing it's Marvel. Like, what do you think about this movie here? I was gonna have Large come on and do his Eddie impression because we know Eddie's a diehard Marvel guy, but Large is fucking
Diehard horror guy, not Marvel guy.
Oh, did I say horror guy? Yeah,
You said Marvel guy, yeah.
diehard horror guy. But Large has Large, I think, was up 2 nights in a row with his visiting his son at college, then went to Miami for a NASCAR race. So our boy Pop is struggling right now. So his voice sounds terrible. So he can't do the Eddie voice. But I feel like everyone could it was just like a fun movie. I'm not a horror movie guy at all. And I had fun with it. The Bloodstone.
Yeah, it's not too scary, especially the black and white thing too kind of helps that.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're not seeing gruesome blood and stuff. I loved the actual design of the guy when he turns into the werewolf because that reminded me of like an old school Teen Wolf style. Like it was a lot of practical effects in this. And like you said, yeah, Bloodstone, I think that is a big thing from the 70s comics, which I did look up a little bit this past week, like just the monster craze in the 70s that the Marvel universe had, where they were doing mummies and they were doing vampires, Morbius, giving him his own thing. Man Wolf, I think Wolfman, Werewolf by Night, Man Wolf or Wolfman, one of the two is I texted you, J. Jonah Jameson's son, who was an astronaut, went to the moon, brought back a moon rock, and that was, the full moon kind of affects that shit or whatever. That was the start of that. And he was a Spider-Man villain initially who got his own title and everything. And then he went to like some planet, became like worshipped by them. They were talking about it on a podcast I was listening to on Tell 'em Steve Dave. And it was so out there that I was like, what kind of drugs were the creators of these comics on back in the day? But they also mentioned the Bloodstone thing. They mentioned Man-Thing from this one, who had an awesome practical design as well. He was kind of the low-key MVP of this for me. Every time I saw him, I was like, this guy's awesome, and I want more of him. The Werewolf by Night character, also cool and also perfect for this special presentation. Like, that guy, I can't see a Moon Knight type series made out of, but a 45-minute one-off. And I hope Marvel makes way more of these. I think they already are looking at restructuring Echo from a series into a special presentation. I was thinking about it like She-Hulk season 2. We both really enjoyed She-Hulk season 1. I think I would rather them make an amazing 45-minute special presentation with a bunch of cameos instead of a season 2 for her. I think this is such a good format for, it's like the big one-issue comics where it's like a thicker comic book. And you're like, all right, this is not just an episode. Like it's a little thicker, but you get a full story. And my request for Marvel right now, next October, I want another Halloween special focused on Ghost Rider. I think he's the perfect character for a special presentation. I don't think you need a full series. I know Ghost Rider fans are going to be like, you motherfucker, we want a full series. I think he's perfect to show up, be a badass with that flaming skull. You might not even use the flaming skull till like halfway through the episode. You throw it on and just have him go to town on people with fucking his whips and chains and his crazy stuff and all of that. I think he would be perfect. There's talk of Silver Surfer too, which I think he would be another one perfect for one of these one-offs.
Do you think that's how you introduce Ghost Rider and Silver Surfer? Is kind of
I think you do total like introductions in these, And then you can, like, if you unite Ghost Rider and Moon Knight in the next season of Moon Knight, we know who he is already, and we're excited about it.
Yeah. You said it a few years ago, I think, at this point, and you just said it again. I love these. Like you always said, it's like the one-off. It's the thicker book, all that kind of stuff. It's perfect. Instead of like committing to a series, I don't. We said in the past, like I don't know if there was some character I was unsure of. I don't know which I'd want to do less. Go to a movie for 2 hours in a theater, or commit to like a weekly show, and then knowing after if I don't like it after say 2 episodes, it's like I don't want to miss it if it's fucking good, and I don't want to get spoiled for me. 45 minutes, an hour, whatever it may be. And again, like She-Hulk, we like She-Hulk. There were like 2 or 3 episodes where like that felt a little like light in the middle. You just give us 45 minutes to an hour of nothing but motherfucking hits, give some cameos, all that stuff. Or, like the Silver Surfer. It's a lot of shit to take in. I'm sure Ghost Rider, the nuances of Ghost Rider, there's a lot of shit with hell and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff going together, just putting in one episode instead of a movie or a long series. Absolutely perfect. I'm 100% with you. Do you think the Bloodstone, do you think this is in the mix now that we're going to have like vampires and Black Knight and all that kind of shit that we, seems to be, what's his name? Blade and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to have vampire stuff. Bloodstone. Do you think that makes its way? Also, I thought it was very cool that it was the only thing that had color.
That was very cool. Yes. I do think it's going to make its way into something like Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Is that the name of it?
Yep.
Something like that. I think it's going to be kind of like how we had for a while. It was like we had Earth heroes and space heroes with like Guardians and all that. I think we now have like witch magic realm where the monsters, the vampire stuff with Blade. I think that all fits in there with even Kit Harington, the Black Knight. Was that his name?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
I think like all of that stuff, I think could fit in its own realm. I think you could kind of split it into even more realms like that.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was talking about there. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes. What's his name? Werewolf by Night. We got a glimpse of him in Moon Knight, right? Like that's who Moon Knight's beating the shit out of. And
no, we thought it was him initially, but it wound up just being. They said it was just a jackal.
Oh, that's right.
In the trailer, we initially were like, "Oh my god!" Like Werewolf by Night, or Moon Knight debuted in Werewolf by Night, so we were like, that could be like the connection there because we didn't really see him; we just saw like fur.
And then it wasn't even real. It was kind of not real because you couldn't see the jackals. Moon Knight was a lot of shit to take in. Yeah, Moon Knight was a lot. Shout out to Jose, who again we said it on the last episode. We're gonna need Jose to probably have to walk us through this. Jose's gonna have the phase as the phase is dialing up to another level. We're gonna need Jose to explain all this shit to us. Because when do you think we see Werewolf by Night again?
Probably like if there's talk of Moon Knight season 2, I think they will go to season 2. I think probably in like that, maybe in Agatha. I think that starts filming next month.
Yeah,
see that.
I hope we get a lot more of these 45-minute hour special presentations, which as we learned in the last video that we released yesterday, the special presentation that's straight out of HBO. As we learned with the Guardians, we figured it out live on the podcast. Our minds were blown. Shout out Mama Fox out there. And just like crazy shit like this flaming tuba, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was
the
great.
Flaming tuba was great. The dynamic, I like the girl in this.
Yeah, she's really good. She reminded me a lot of the girl that plays Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter.
Yeah, yep, good call. And the dynamic even they just had with each other was cool. And the fact she's like her dad was a bigwig and all this kind of shit. Did you get that Dracula dude? It gave me Fortune Teller from Big. You know what I'm talking about?
Of course, yeah. Also, great villain, like the woman who was like the wife or whatever of him.
Yes.
Great villain. Just as like, oh my god, you hated her the whole time. Crazy that they reanimated his corpse. That was like a hell of a start to it.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we're getting freaky.
This was like a great Halloween special. I give it two big thumbs up from me. And more than anything, like I said, it just made me realize I want more of this from Marvel. Like that was my big takeaway. It wasn't like, oh my god, I was blown away by that. It was unlike anything I've ever seen. It's like, no, that was fun, and I want more of that.
It's something I could throw on, put on in the background, and like watch and enjoy, or I could kind of just go in and out. I had fun watching it. The monster, the name Ted, they're like, oh, Ted,
great.
It just made me laugh. And was that Man Thing? You said that was Man Thing. I didn't realize that because I played with Man Thing in the video games and stuff, so I didn't put the two together until you said that. Cool ass fucking superpower. He's just fucking destroy him. It was Indiana Jones vibes when he just melts the dude alive. So
it was awesome.
Yeah, lots of fun there.
I want to see him again. I don't know where we could possibly see him again, but I do want to see him again. Maybe they just all show up in like the final battle in Secret Wars or something. And like that how do you make like the end game battle even bigger and better? Instead of all those like nameless soldiers from Carmitage or whatever, it's like we're gonna know every single one.
There's gonna be some freak shows coming out, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a fucking circus.
They just cut to Man-Thing like fucking frying someone up, and Spider-Man's like, what is happening?
Oh yeah. Like, I'm trying to think of who could be the guy. It'll probably be Wong, right? You know, like spoiler from She-Hulk, he has Abomination with him.
Yeah.
But imagine Wong just brings all these freak factories out of the work, and he's like, "Hey,
definitely
Doc,
gonna be
you wanted more? I got more." Boom, and it's just Man-Thing, Werewolf by Night, fucking what's his name? Abomination. All these just fucking freak factories just destroying Kang. At that point, it'll probably be all Kang's henchmen and shit like that. Yeah. Oh, this could be fun, Bob. You gotta be excited.
It could be 100 Kangs. Who knows?
Oh yeah. I am excited. I'm excited. This is a win for Marvel. We're doing, if we're finishing up our football analogy, this is like, it's not even, it's like a good practice. You heard they had a good practice today. Like, yeah. I couldn't consider this a full game, but it's something that hopefully it does well enough and is received well enough that they do more in the future. Because again, do I want to go to, I would not have enjoyed a 2-hour Werewolf by Night movie. I would not have enjoyed even a 5-part Werewolf by Night show, 45-minute show. Absolutely perfect. Special presentation.
And shout out to the director. That's pretty cool. Seeing like a composer like step out of that box, be a director. You kind of never hear about that. And now Disney's looking at him to direct their live action Space Mountain movie. I don't know how you make a movie out of Space Mountain. I haven't been on the ride myself, but
you never been on Space Mountain?
No.
Oh, Bob, when we do our Disney trip for Star Wars.
It's still there?
Oh, Bob.
Oldest ride, longest line, as Ric Flair says.
I was like, I'm not going to get this right, but I knew you would get it right. It still fucking hits, and it was the first roller coaster that I didn't bitch out on because it doesn't. Clem doesn't do loop de loops. I throw third.
I don't really do loop de loops either, to be honest. I can't do them.
And the fucked up thing, my wife loves loop de loops, so there's times where she would give me her purse, and I'd have to hold it on the bench because she went on the ride. There's not many things more emasculating than that. However, when my at that point, he'll be 4-year-old son goes on the loop-de-loop rides with my wife, and I'm sitting on the bench by myself.
I'll go on some in Disney. I'll give it a shot. While when in Rome, I'll do one or two loop-de-loops.
Do you think Portnoy like screams during roller coasters? Do you think he gets into it? Like I'm interested.
I picture him just like being like just still. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm excited.
Dave doesn't really show emotion that much, right? And it's like sometimes when you show emotion, it's like, why are you showing emotion? Right?
I know, like, can you picture him like, yeah? Like, I can't, no.
Or it's like the Star Wars, like, punch it, Chewie, and we're going to hyperspace. He's like, let's go. Yeah, you don't see much.
It's going to be fun. We're actually going to do that. Probably in April, I think they were talking about that. So everyone look out for that. And also look out for our Black Adam review on the YouTube channel today as well. We'll catch you next time.